So I want to kind of bring you guys some gems. Now, this company, which is actually called medicalcourier.com. And you see this a nationwide company, very hands-on with everything they do. They have their own labs built in, so they're not really kind of venturing out to different labs. They have their own in-house hospitals that they deal with. So the business with this company should be a lot more consistent, a lot more legit if you can get on. Um, Here's some stats just around the industry itself. How many specimens getting delivered, how many pickups, how many medicines. So this is kind of talk about medical courier, what exactly is. So for medical couriers, it's either two things. You're either delivering or picking up specimens, um, organs, picking up from a hospital or clinic, then transporting them to its respective drop-off spot, or you picking up prescriptions and delivering those prescription meds to the patients or to a hospital or to an old folks home, things of that nature as well. So that's the pretty much two things you would do for medical courier, either specimen or organ delivery or medicine delivery. And Lala got a question. I was wondering for one-way route, $70, 30 hours, good pay. The start location is 43 miles from my house. Ooh. One-way route, $70. So you just got to think about, how much you're doing, how much you're spending on that round trip when the time you leave your house, when the time you get back to your house. All that needs to be factored in. So I would say, just go to Google Maps, type in the destination. If you don't know how much fuel economy your car uses, you can look that up online as well. So for instance, say your car gets 25, or you got a smaller car gets 25, miles per gallon. 2 gallons will, it's gonna take about 2 gallons just to get to the place before you even start driving. And then driving one way, they're paying $70. So you at least probably going at least 70 miles, if not more, one way. So and you're probably going out the way of your house, and you got to come all the way back. So easily looking at 140 miles round trip. So then you just calculate, how much gas price it is. If it takes $40 to fill up your tank, you get 16 gallons, 24. You just got to do the math, see if it's worth it for you. That's the formula. That's the formula I go off of. I do like kind of averaging time and mileage and pay. Some people just go off of miles and pay. I go off of time, miles, and pay. So I kind of usually round or add the mileage, how much I'm spending in fuel, into my pay. So I know I always try to make $25 an hour doing medical work. So if I had to spend, $40 in fuel and I'm only making 200 that day, then, I'm only making 160 within that hourly time frame. So if it takes more than 8 hours to make that, that's something I'm not trying to do. So that's something you got to figure out. Hope that made sense for you. That's my formula. I kind of go off of time and mileage instead of just off of mileage like some other currency, because time is money in my opinion. And the 8 hours I can be spending, and you got traffic in there as well. So if I'm taking a route at 4 o'clock, especially here in Atlanta, especially in the big city, you hitting rush hour traffic, you might only be driving 30 miles, but it may take you 2 hours just to drive those 30 miles because you're in traffic. So a lot of things you got to factor in when you're doing these gig jobs, these medical courier routes. But I would say try it out once or twice, see if it works out for you. You can always, use other apps, Deadhead back, So if you're going one way, you can always Uber back, pick up some Uber drivers, do some DoorDash, do some Bungee, some Roadie, just to kind of deadhead back from that location and make it worth your time. Because 2 or 3 hours is not bad for $70. About $35 an hour, which is not bad. But it's all about, the rest of the factor, how much you're spending in fuel, which could bring that $35 an hour on down to like 15. All right, so let's get back into Medical Courier.com. So you see they're doing a lot of specimens, a lot of pickups. This is also a proprietary tool software. And you can also find medical couriers from this website. So it's a good place to come. Here is Couriers. So if you do want to be a medical courier driver, here you come to Couriers, put your information in, make this all the way big for you. And put your name, email address, desired city of employment, desired state. So they got these drop down menus never show up on the videos. Very weird. I got to figure out why. But they have all the states listed. They probably just went through the list of everything. But like I say, you pick your city, pick your state, send them a message. In the mentions, I will kind of mention what type of car I'm driving. If you got multiple vehicles, put multiple vehicles in there, expected pay, and your contact information. I'm not an employee, so you can't refer me, unfortunately, but I did put my information in here. So I'm going to try to see if I can get on and see if they hit me back and what type of information they give me. And I'm also going to send the email, because here's the email address as well. And they're based out of Sacramento. Like the beam. Shout out to those kings out there in Sacramento. So go ahead and hit them up. But also, they are part of the CLDA. I did a long form video of these type of companies, these logistics delivery association. These are associations of every courier company in the nation. So if you go to this website, and you can find each courier company in your state. All right.